Okay. Journey to Silius. Round 2. Will we actually make it to Silius this time? Where is Silius? What is Silius? What does an old floppy disk have to do with it? Maybe we'll find out today, or maybe this game will totally kick my ass. Again. Repeatedly. It wouldn't be so bad if it didn't reset you all the way to start the game over, you know? That's the only, like, I don't mind everything else, but that's the one thing about this game, and Blaster Master for that matter, being told start the game over. Over and over. Start from the beginning. Hey, your wings! Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good on a whole. Yeah, and what's on the disc? What's it for? So sci-fi. Is that what's on the disc? I hear the terrorists are planning. You must complete my mission. But what is the mission? Take the disc to my boss? I have no context for what's actually going on in this story. But to be fair, I feel the same way about Blaster Master. My pet frog got out and touched my radioactive waste and jumped in a hole where I found a tank. I guess this is more coherent. I just don't get it. Destroy their homeworld? Whose homeworld? Are there aliens now? I thought terrorists were trying to stop colonies. Are these not terrorists? Are you sure these aren't Al-Qaeda here that we're fighting right now? I don't know, they look like Al-Qaeda to me. Or was it that the Houthi were actually an alien race this entire time and we never knew? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be fighting terrorists according to the plot. Although, to be fair, we don't know what the Japanese plot said. We only know what the English translation says. And English translations are rather famously, wonky. Ah, crap. Man, I should have sought out that thing that gives extra health drops, but I never did. Maybe if I had the instruction manual, it would have explained more. Come on, give me hell! I should have. I really should have. The game has an unacceptably low drop rate for the health. Oh well. I didn't, so we're gonna just have to deal with it. I'm pretty sure those penguins are the company's mascot. I'm pretty sure. Oh, crap. I forgot about you. I hate that thing. That stupid turret. That stupid turret. Alright. We get the machine gun, but the machine gun is not the right weapon for this fight. It's the shotgun. If I game over, we'll get the patch. Ah! Doggone it. Hoppy things with pistols. My one weakness. Yes, of course. This is just the practice, the warm-up. My first game over is just the warm-up to get back into, Oops. I have to shoot the helicopter in the eye. As you do. Whoa, what the heck was that? It accelerated for a second. I don't have a button that does that, do I? No, I do not have an acceleration button. I have no idea why it did that for a split second. That was weird. Hey, how's it going? No, I'm perfectly chill. I won't get angry this time, really. Look, I've beaten Dark Souls. How hard can this be? I've seen the Dark Queen and Battletoads. I've beaten Ninja Gaiden. This a little bit of bad game design here and there isn't gonna send me into a barbarian rage. Let me tell you, strength bonuses do not help you win at video games. We all learned this lesson young. You know, I need to get one of those for my garden. Keep the rabbits away from my lettuce. Keep the voles away from my potatoes. I killed that one without getting hit! I haven't lost a life yet! Oh, shit, I spoke too soon. They definitely home in a little bit. Do you see it? They're homing shots. I haven't beaten Battletoads. I've only gotten to the last boss. She kicks my ass every time. Every time I did it as a kid. A teenager, actually. Yeah, I would have been a teenager. Because as a preteen, I never got that far in anything. I would have been... The first game I can remember beating was Mega Man 2, and I would have been somewhere between 9 and 11 when I did it, considering where I lived and where I was. But I didn't get... Yeah, it was as a teenager that I got pretty frickin' far in Battletoads. But the Dark Queen is... Oh, come on. The Dark Queen, I don't know how to fight her. I don't know what to do about it. Because by the time you get to her, you've got nothing left. Like, you have spent all your continues. You have spent all your continues, Just getting through the turbo tunnel without using a continue is rough. The first couple of stages are absolutely awesome. But once you hit the turbo tunnel, that's where the game starts destroying you. And it never really lets up. There's an ice stage, which is not too bad. Then there's a surfing stage. Then there's oh, I don't remember the order anymore. There's a stage that's entirely made out of death spikes where you ride snakes. There's a stage where you ride these weird things that go... I don't know how to explain it. You're being chased by like a black hole. And then there's the rat race. I hate the rat race. The rat race is ass. It's terrible. The end stage is really cool, though. It's a tower. It's a tower that's rotating in a pseudo 3D effect. It's so cool. A shame almost nobody ever got to see it. Because, I mean, holy crap. It is so cool. By the time I saw it, you know, I already had an SNES, and the PlayStation wouldn't have been out yet when I finally saw it. But, it would have been getting close. Dark Souls sort of is an old Nintendo game at times. About some time walking ducks versus garden snails. Do computer games count towards the first games we beat? Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Well, I suppose you raise a point. Mega Man 2 was the first game I remember beating because it was such an accomplishment. But there were DOS games. DOS games that I can no longer remember the names of. Early DOS. Shareware. We'll see if any of them turn up when I dig around in Exodus, but it's entirely possible. I have a feeling a lot of the shareware games are just kind of lost to time. They would have been kind of super obscure in their own day. That is such an unfair enemy placement, that turret there. They like to put enemies off screen. You know, the difficulty of Battletoads is completely off the charts, but it's actually the most fair of the really hard NES games. You know that? Think about it. Ninja Gaiden is constantly having birds knock you off of ledges and other stupid things. To Castlevania, same thing with the Medusa heads and frickin' staircases. But Battletoads never actually pulls any bullshit. The whole game is bullshit, but it never pulls... Like, it's just... Welcome to the Turbo Tunnel. Here are the rules. Okay, now faster. Now faster. Now faster. Now faster. Now faster. Now, what the heck? Its difficulty is... I can't call its difficulty fair, but it's not like we put an enemy directly below you so you'd fall on them when you jump down. Or there's an enemy off-screen shooting at you, but your bullets can't reach it, like this game does. This thing hits way too hard. I mean, you look at it, you kind of expect it to hit hard, just looking at it. It's a giant cannon, but man, does it hit hard. Well, see, things off screen that my bullets can't reach. Unfair. I don't know what to do with them yet. We've downloaded, I paused the download again. I'm at like 92%. I don't normally do torrents. They take forever to do, I guess. They're really slow. So, but I'll have it soon. So yeah, we won't be exploring them tonight. But we will be exploring them at some point. I have to do videos and stuff with them. Oh crap, I forgot about you. No! I haven't seen a single health drop yet. No, Easter's awesome! Easter doesn't have any obnoxious music like Christmas. It doesn't have anything that gets in your way. It just has a whole bunch of candy in the stores that are good. And then as soon as Easter's over, they all go on discount! But even paying full price, which is admittedly more than I should pay, I got jelly beans. Whoops, oh no. Jelly bean back in the back. I got jelly beans! And I got chocolate mini eggs! And more jelly beans, and more jelly beans, and more jelly beans, and I have a balanced diet. I bought some potato chips too. I mean, they have nothing to do with Easter, but you know, gotta balance your diet somehow. And potato is good for you, probably. Anyway, Easter's great. It's Valentine's Day that's stupid. They make all the candy too expensive, way too expensive, and it's all tiny portions. I pretty much just ignore the entirety of Valentine's Day. Usually when Valentine's Day is over, I'll look and see if any of the chocolate boxes are cheap. This guy's pretty dexterous. To go from laying on his belly to jumping in an instant. It's not too bad. From all the Easter fires? What Easter fires? Oh yeah, some people don't live in Alaska. I don't know anything about Easter fires. Okay. Well, now that's a good reason. Yeah, I had an event that made birthdays no fun for me anymore. My 19th birthday was not good, and became the anniversary of not good. It took years for it to not be a sad day. After which it just became, it's just been another day. Like, it means nothing to me now. And has for a very long time. So no, I can understand, I can totally understand something happening and just ruining a holiday. Because, well, it's happened to me too. No! Stop! This is such a stupid enemy. All he does is walk forward. But Chad is a pain in the ass. He's such a stupid enemy. He has a custom sprite. And what do you do with the sprite? He walks forward. That's it. That's his whole plan. He walks at you. When we contacted Murderbot Incorporated and had them design a bot for us, we couldn't believe the deviousness. It walks towards you? Oh, what if we put a wall behind you? You'd be screwed then! We'll make it indestructible except for its head. What's that? The whole thing indestructible? Oh no, we couldn't make the whole thing indestructible. That would cost too much. You leave the soft, vulnerable head. Burning fires. I have never heard of this. A European thing, huh? Doggone. Homing missiles, home in, please. Alright! Remember how many times that boss gamed me over our first try? We're a bit better! We've only spent one game over and we're already on stage 3. This is... Oops. This is good. I really want to play with the weapons more. I think the weapons are one of the most fun things about this game, but them sharing ammunition and it being so limited, you just feel like you should be using your plasma cutter here. Hello, Video Clunk. I'm the what? I sure hope I'm not. I sure hope I'm not. Okay, definitely should be homing missiles when they're out of reach. I thought I could save some ammo by using the shotgun. No. The shotgun's day in the sun is over. It's good for like one fight. All the bushes and wood stuff from their garden create big piles and open fields. That's weird. That's really weird. Yeah, all they do in America is hide candy inside of little plastic eggs and let little kids run around and collect them. There's a huge problem with that, though. The older kids get them all. So you gotta separate the kids by age to some extent. I honestly haven't seen an Easter egg hunt since I was a little kid, though. But I know they still do them, because they sell the eggs in the stores. You know, the sprite work is pretty decent, and the music is fantastic, and the area designs are great. But the actual enemy design is really uninspired, you know? Like, when you consider what the enemies actually do... Why do you keep diving into the ground, you stupid... God, the homing missiles are just crazy. They just do whatever they want. So many of the enemies just walk at you, menacingly. Down we go. Ah. The power-up despawned, and there was a spider waiting to hit me. Oh, come on. What? The spider! Ah! My weapons are stupid. Hey, it fell through the platform! Next time I'm attacked by evil Easter spirits, I'll have to remember. Just burn something, and it'll go away. Easter ghosts hate smoke. Like Dodonga. man, I'm all the way back here. Ugh. Take a step, immediately get shot. Get off me! Time to get our severely disappointing laser. First, we gotta get through here. Darn it. Ah! I forgot momentum. I have to jump in that specific spot to control my fall. No! Ah! Alright. Alright. Start over. Yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, finally it drops a health item, right when I cannot benefit from it. Thank you. It's taunting me. It's taunting. It's back? The hiccups are here again? Oh, man, I don't know why that's happening. Everything on my end looks good. YouTube just decided it doesn't like Alaska anymore. I have beaten Mega Man's 1 through 8. I don't think I ever had 9. But yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got all those. 7 was on the SNES. Mega Man and Bass, I beat that one too. As both Mega Man and Bass. The X games. Mega Man X was the reason I bought I had to have a Super Nintendo. Such a good game. X2 was pretty good. X3... Let's not talk about X3. 4 is pretty good. 5 and 6 get increasingly deranged and insane. And as far as I'm concerned, that's where the series ended. Yeah. A big Mega Man fan. Ever read Bob and George? Oh, yeah, I'm no good at the fighting games. But they're cool, too. Like, it's awesome that they exist. I really enjoyed, I think it was 8. I think it was 8, right? The one that was on the Wii? Well, it was probably on, like, every console. But when they spontaneously decided to make an old-school NES-style Mega Man game on in modern times, which at the time was really freaking cool. I really liked that one. It had a mermaid as one of the bosses. I think it was 8. Yeah, Power Battle. I've never been good at fighting games. I like Smash Brothers a lot. If I was gonna get into fighting games, it would probably be Tenkaichi Budokai, whatever 3, Dragon Ball Z, basically. And, what else would I be into? Probably that and the Toho fighting games would be the ones that would be my picks that I'd want to get good at. If I were going to do fighting games, it would be the Toho and the Dragon Ball Z. Because the Dragon Ball Z ones are so cool. You fly around, you pick multiple characters to build out your team. You shoot energy beams, you switch over to Yajirobe and eat freaking Senzu beans. You get into the... You both use the beam attack at the same time, and you get into one of those fights where you're pushing each other with the beams. It was awesome. It had it all. It was so good. It even did random what-if scenarios. What if Devilman fought the Mecha Frieza? What if Bardock went Super Saiyan and killed Frieza? You could just play it out as Bardock. It's so cool. Man. And I'd probably play a lot of Smash Brothers. I really like Smash Brothers. Not enough to pre-order and get the stupid Piranha Plant, though. That should be a crime. Oh, you can only have this character if you pre-order it. No. It's actually giving me health drops this time. Not enough health drops, but, you know. Problem is, every time I go up an elevator, my screen isn't centered anymore. But if I were to go backwards like this... Okay, see, now I have more space, which apparently didn't help me as much as I thought it would, but hey. Well, now that I've used up all my ammo... Ah! I can't shoot when I'm injured, and these things won't stop moving. I must not be patient enough. Gotta hurry. Hey, Wings, you're back. Oh man, I had something earlier today I was gonna say. And now I can't remember. Okay, please, just die. Yes! I tagged it. Okay. Now if I die, I'll start here. This was just a pattern. Okay, I'm dead. Yeah, okay. This was just a pattern, and I had to study it until I figured out how to... It's so ridiculously simple, but so often you just get hurt when you jump. Like that. Okay. Calm down, Hadriex. This boss is stupid! Oops. No, wait. Because the lasers and the bullets fire at different speeds. There are points when you can jump attack and points where you'll just get hit. And you gotta mentally track two things, which I learned a long time ago. I am very bad at tracking two separate things. For some reason. It's why dual bosses tend to kick my ass. It should be the easiest thing in the game. Nope! Alright, we are now as far as we got on the last, yesterday. We're there! Now, if we can get one stage further, we'll be in the final stage. Yes. Okay. The laser corridor where Darth Maul killed Qui-Gon. Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn just, I think those lasers were supposed to be like force. I don't know what the hell was up with that. It was weird. I don't know why they. Some of the games do that, but Smash Brothers? I don't think Smash Brothers needed that. Oh yeah, now we get the hell. Before I could possibly use it. It's twice the first enemy killed has been a hit point drop. We're almost to our next continue. You know the funny thing? I can't gain lives in this game, or Blaster Master for that matter. Did Sunsoft hate extra lives as a mechanic? Now these things here turned out to be tricky. They always go down when you pass through them. Designed this robot. This is the worst kill robot since, well, earlier in the game when they just walked at me. Oh, hey, look, one that just walks at me. Look, I mean, I don't want to tell you guys how to do your business, but, I'm pretty sure your average 12-year-old could make better kill bots with Legos. Alright, we haven't taken damage yet. We still haven't taken damage. This is the run. Never mind, this isn't the run. This is definitely not the run. No, xenomorphs crawl around in tunnels, in the vents, and bleed acid. Can't forget the acid part. I like how when I go past one, it just loses interest and doesn't follow me, even though it could fly. Sometimes they lose interest and just hover in place. You know what I bet the problem was at Sunsoft? If the game feels... They didn't have playtesters, I bet. And if a game feels like the difficulty is just right, as a developer, it's probably way too hard. Because you're so intimately familiar with how every aspect of it moves because it was, you know, because you've been making it. This used to happen with a lot of indie developers. Tons of the old ROM hacks, especially the ROM hacks, the ones that weren't intentionally making Kaizo levels. A lot of them were actually trying to be fair. No, I got this. I forgot about you. This is ass. Usually, there's a little more time before the block falls. Not in this game. Doesn't it look like you can walk? No, if you try to walk, you immediately get blocked by the next block and you fall to your death. It looks like you can walk across them, but you definitely cannot. These are just dumb. Ah, shit. Back to start. Okay, to Felltown 2 times. It's not even that they're too good. You could be bad at other video games, but the ones that you make... Dell had this problem. Stories for another day. Anyway. Cheesecake. Easter cheesecake. Now that's a tradition I can get behind. I feel like if this had unlimited continues, it would be a great game. I just don't like being kicked back to start. Could you imagine if what would have happened if Dark Souls had done that? Oh, well, you died 9 times. That's all, folks. Yeah. Part of me wants to just keep going at it. Beat my head against the wall until I tear a hole through it. Alright, so... what should my second stream tonight be? Tomorrow's going to be Master Magic, and after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. What should we do tonight? What do you guys think? Dungeon of the Endless? I could make a short video about, I caught an AI in the wild today. I caught one. I said, hey! You were an AI. I know. I could make a short video about that. Or something else that's good for like a one-off short stream. Hey there, Baz! Yeah, kicked my ass again. In the stupidest way at the very end. I choked on some stupid platforming. So I'm planning on this. I'm plotting my second stream right now. I'll just talk about the AI thing, and we'll do Dungeon of the Endless again. I like Dungeon of the Endless. Dungeon of the Endless is fun. Edge of your seat. Awesomeness. Alright. There are these Reddit stories that have been kicking around YouTube for quite some time, and they're allegedly true stories. Some of them probably are, but you can never tell, and a lot of them are obviously fake. And they'll be, you know, something bad happened to them, they rebuild their life, and then the person is usually ruined by circumstances, and they get their revenge by telling them, you know, they get their comeuppance by being like, no, screw you, I won't share my money and house with you, kind of things. Anyway, I don't recommend partaking in, listening to them. But I was listening to one earlier today while I had nothing better to do. I was at work and I just was vacuuming and I was like, alright, fine, I'm just gonna turn this on. So, and this one had the plot of a guy's wife and her friends are mean to him and ditch him somewhere, laughing. He'll figure out how to get back on his own, and he just goes off. Gets a job at stays at a homeless shelter for a bit, gets a job at a diner, rebuilds his life. Takes her 15 years later, she comes and finds it. This is the whole thing. But I know this one was written by AI. There were several obvious inconsistencies that clued me in early on, but this time, I caught them recycling. I had heard some of the details of this story I had heard in a previous one. But it clicked earlier, like I've heard this before. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. What the hell? But specifically when it got up to him giving her the amount of money that would have been bus fare from where he had been dumped back to where they lived as a check. That was an exact thing from one I previously, which had been the first one I had heard with that was a 16-year-old kid who had been dumped by his abusive parents and had to figure out how to build a life for himself rather than go home. And so what they did is they fed that into an AI and had it rewrite it. And I got to thinking about it. What a brilliant scheme. Think about it. This could be this is probably an entirely automated channel. Knowing how the AI people like to automate everything, they probably have one AI scour the web to find stories on Reddit and shit that people got a lot of upvotes. It then takes it over and tells another AI to rewrite it and uses just various things that they know are popular. Then they have an AI voice, and an AI post the video, and an AI drop the stock footage in. Theoretically, this could be entirely automated. Like, I wouldn't know all the steps to do it, but I bet you that somebody can figure it out. And then it had tons and tons of comments, some of which calling it out for being obvious bullshit, but most of the comments were people believing it and trying to be encouraging and stuff. And I'm looking at this thinking, every million views that you get is $1,000. Roughly, more or less. It varies a lot. You gotta have some kind of standard for what views are worth, just as a quick and dirty. This channel can put out videos, but there's no reason why you'd only have one YouTube channel. There's probably 100 YouTube channels like this, probably way more. If you were a small company and you just wanted a project that would generate unlimited money, yeah, that would do it right there. What a scheme. Let's see. Let's see. Apricot cheesecake. I've never heard of such a thing. Fear. I think Fear is more than a couple hours, right? That one will be a whole thing, I think. Halls of Torment, Vampire Survivors. I've heard of Vampire Survivors. I don't know, maybe sometime. Oh, catch you later. Wade's probably gone by the time I look back. There are secret characters in Endless. That is true. I found a hidden DLC that they hid yesterday. So I have another character, but there are still two characters I don't have. One is a pug, like a literal dog. But it'll only show up if you play the game on random. And the other one, you have to play the game in January. between a specific set of dates. Talking goats. Suno AI, that's the music one. I think you have to pay for that one though. Alright. I'm going to set up Dungeon of the Endless. Give me 5 minutes and then we'll start a new stream and it'll be a Dungeon of the Endless stream and we're just gonna do whatever. I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna try real hard to unlock one of those pods.